The Language Bridge: How Learning Other Tongues Unlocks English. Introduction. Do you ever feel stuck when trying to understand a difficult English grammar rule? Maybe you find it hard to know when to use certain verb forms, or the difference between words like affect and effect is confusing. English has many words and a long history, which can make it feel like a puzzle. Many people try to get better at English by reading more or doing many grammar exercises. They hope that doing the same thing over and over will help them understand. But what if the way to understand these tricky English parts is not just by doing more English, but by doing something else? What if learning about other languages can help you understand English better? This book has a new idea: learning any language. Whether it's the one you speak every day, a second language you are learning now, or a new language altogether, can make English much easier to understand. This might sound strange. We often think of languages as separate things, not connected. But this book will show you how they are linked. When you start to learn the rules of another language, you are really learning how to communicate in general. You start to see how all languages share basic patterns and make sense in similar ways. This process teaches you more than just that one language. It teaches you about language itself. When you understand how languages work in this deeper way, it's like having a special tool. This tool makes the hardest parts of English grammar, words, and how we write clearer and simpler. We call this learning languages together. It means understanding that languages are not alone, but are all part of a big, connected system of how people talk. Learning one language makes you better at understanding and using other languages, including your own. Think of it like learning to play music. If you know how to play the piano, learning the guitar or violin is easier. You already know about music. Languages are similar. When you learn how another language puts words together, or how it uses time in sentences, you see how English does these things in a new way. You might notice things about English that you never saw before. This new understanding of language is what helps you learn English more easily. The language bridge in our title means this connection. Each language you learn or understand better helps build a stronger bridge to English. This bridge lets you cross over difficult grammar ideas more easily and with more confidence. In the next chapters, we will look at examples of how learning languages like Spanish, French, German, or even Chinese can help you understand English better. We will see how understanding your own language's grammar can make English grammar clearer. We will talk about how your brain changes when you learn languages, which helps you understand language in general. By the end of this book, you will not only see how languages are connected, but you will also have helpful ways to improve your English, no matter how much English you know now. So, are you ready to find the secrets of English by using the surprising power of other languages? Let's start building your language bridge. 1. Learning new languages. When you learn a new language, you have to pay close attention to its rules. You see how words change and how sentences are built. This careful looking helps your brain get good at spotting patterns. Then, the hard parts of English grammar, like why we use certain word endings or how changing the order of words changes what they mean, become much clearer. It feels like you have a special tool that helps you understand language better. 1. Improving English skills. When you learn a new language, you have to pay close attention to its rules. You see how words change and how sentences are built. This careful looking helps your brain get good at spotting patterns. Then, the hard parts of English grammar, like why we use certain word endings or how changing the order of words changes what they mean, become much clearer. It feels like you have a special tool that helps you understand language better. 1. Understanding grammar and structure. When you learn a new language, you have to pay close attention to its rules. You see how words change and how sentences are built. This careful looking helps your brain get good at spotting patterns. Then, the hard parts of English grammar, like why we use certain word endings or how changing the order of words changes what they mean, become much clearer. It feels like you have a special tool that helps you understand language better. Conclusion: you have read through these pages and now you understand a simple truth. Languages are not like separate islands. They are like a big, connected ocean. Learning any language, even your own language in a new way, or a language that is completely new to you, makes you understand language better. This deeper understanding, knowing grammar and how sentences work, helps you understand even hard things in English more easily. The special way this happens is called connected language learning. It means your language brain works like one strong engine. What you learn in one language can help you in other languages. You have seen how learning new things, like how verbs change in a new language, helps you understand how English sentences are built. You saw how looking closely at your own language, its words, its sentence order, and its special phrases, helped you understand basic language rules that work everywhere. This is the first, important step in connected language learning. It builds the strong base for learning all other languages. Then you learned a third language. You found that when you worked hard to learn new verb tenses, different sentence orders, and new words, your brain got better at understanding language. Each new language you learn is like a new window to look at English. This is connected language learning working. The more languages you learn, the better your language tools become. This makes English feel more familiar, not like something strange. You learned about tricky parts of English, like prepositions, phrasal verbs, and different verb moods. You saw how understanding the basic grammar rules, especially when you compare them to other languages, makes confusing things clear. This is where connected language learning is very useful. The patterns you find in Spanish, the structures you learn in Mandarin, or the logic you get from German do not disappear. Instead, they help you understand English's own, sometimes unusual, rules. Think of your brain as a smart language center, not separate boxes for each language. When you learn a new language, you are not just adding a new program, you are making the whole system better. Connected language learning is understanding that all languages are linked. The skills you get, like breaking down sentences, finding grammar parts, and understanding word meanings, are not just for one language. They are general language skills that help you with French verbs or difficult English sentences. Also, learning languages helps you see patterns and make connections. When you see a similar grammar part or a word that sounds alike in English and another language, your brain makes a quick link. This is the magic of connected language learning. It creates quick ways for your brain to learn, making it easier and more natural. More than just thinking, connected language learning helps you feel what sounds right in language. You start to know what sounds good, even in English, because your brain has seen many different ways languages can work and knows what makes them clear and effective. Those moments when something in English suddenly made sense because of another language are direct results of connected language learning. Now you understand deeply how your language learning is not a series of separate tries, but a constant, connected process. You are not just learning English. You are a skilled language builder, able to connect languages more easily and with more understanding. The ideas of connected language learning are not an end point, but a guide. They help you face any new language, or even learn more about English, with confidence and a smart plan. Every new word you learn, every grammar rule you master, will make you understand all the languages you know even better. This is not just about knowing English. It is about understanding all human communication in a deeper and more detailed way. Being able to connect languages means being able to connect cultures, ideas, and people. Use this connection. Keep exploring, asking questions, and learning. Your language journey is more interesting, more powerful, and more rewarding than you ever thought. The world of languages is waiting, and you